So you want to improve your left hand. So do I. So let's work on this together using 3 methods that are really fun and effective. These include working on your technique with left hand exercises, then listening with your left hand. We're going to work on this with improvisation, and then further challenging the left hand while modeling the right hand. We're going to get started with 2 exercises. The first one works on arpeggiated chords. First, learn the chords. Then practice these arpeggios, first going downwards. You can also try it going upwards. And here's where you can get creative. Vary the pattern slightly. This way you'll be able to strengthen different parts of your left hand technique. How to deal with intervals, repeated notes, and dexterity in general. I like an exercise like this because it is so malleable. I'll make the PDF available on my website and to my patrons on Patreon. Another exercise I'm going to show you is based off of scales. We're first in C major and we're going to play open fifths and then a scale pattern upwards and downwards. And instead of playing that C, we're going to dip down into B major. And repeat the same. In the right hand, we're going to play sixths. A very effective way to practice this is to start out first with an exaggerated staccato, so play it as dry as possible. Then, as you're repeating it, gradually lengthen the notes, and eventually you'll get to longer legato notes. This will help you play with more clarity even when you're not playing staccato. This is based off of one of my 5 exercises included in my guide to scales and modes, which is a course on the theory behind scales and modes and also 5 original exercises. If you're interested in that, I'll include the link below. Now let's move on to a little bit of improvisation. Let's start with learning the head of repertoire. Okay, wait, let's do that again. Now the most important part of this exercise is to actually try to improvise with the left hand. I think most pianists can relate to this. We really have our improv brain tied to our right hand because of this whole soloing culture. So much of improvisation pulls from muscle memory, and I'm trying to break this by sticking to my left hand to improvise this solo. And as you can tell, this is kind of awkward. What I find helpful is to switch off with your right hand sometimes to keep the flow going. This not only serves as a musical dialogue between the 2 hands, but it can give you some ideas from your right hand to try with your left hand. Now to switch gears away from bebop improvisation. This is a theme that I wrote, and after playing it through with both hands, I'm going to switch gears and just use my left hand and keep the melody in mind and improvise in whatever style that comes to mind. So the key is to try to challenge yourself slightly with technique. So if you are uncomfortable with certain leaps, like I was just here, lean into it a little more, because that's how you can grow. If you just stick with things that you're familiar with and you feel comfortable with, you can't really grow and improve your technique. Now things are going to get even more challenging. We had a hint of this with the repertoire, but I am going to try learning a Chopin etude figure that's for the right hand, for the left hand. Now, learning this particular etude will not be for everyone. Here's a list of pieces to consider that's from beginner to intermediate levels. Your best bet, however, will be choosing a piece that you already know. So take a look at the pieces that you've been working on and choose one with a fairly challenging right hand part. So I'm going to now work on getting this a little more even and slightly faster and a bit more agile. I'm going to work in small groups. Figure out the fingering, of course. Okay, vest is coming off. Okay, let's take a step back and play this slowly. So it's not quite there, but I'm going to continue working on this. I encourage you all to continue working on your left hand. Let's do this together. And to stay up to date with my progress, follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Very close, very close.